We're live. Hi guys. I'm not gonna be here long, but I told you I would do an update um with my son's court case. And I put a lot of people names in the description that I want to thank, but I left a couple of names out. Monique Hill, like Monique Hill. That's my girl. And Tone Malone, one. And Raining Woman. I forgot to put their names in hashtag, okay? So, guys, and I know that I won't get a lot of people in the live, you know what I'm saying? Because it's late and people like drama. However, I'm going to keep my word because I told you I would keep y'all updated and posted with my son's court case. I've been crying. So, my face looks a little swollen. And if I look a little disoriented, it's because I've been crying. Um, yeah. I'm in my actually let me show y'all. I'm in my nephew's bedroom. I'm gonna show y'all my nephew. Y'all will crack up. Watch. Look at him. George. His name is George. That's my nephew. I thought the baby. That's my nephew, guys. I'm in his room, so I'm utilizing his room right now because I'm in Jersey at my sister's house, so I had to spend a night because I didn't want to keep like going back and forth with this court case. So it's easier to stay at my sister's house. Um, Also, I want to thank when I went live the other day, Art Nusel, ART capital NUSAL. When I was talking about my my son father getting murdered the day before I got pregnant. No, he got murdered the day after I got pregnant. Sorry. And then here's my son. It's a, you know, Art Newsel says something that was very important to me that made me think about some things. You feel me? Hey world, life with a man togethers. I really um oh yep, Monique Hill. I hope I listen, like I said, if it's anybody that I didn't think, I was just thinking of people when I first came to YouTube that I remember that show some value in my life. So today court was canceled because the judge got sick. She had a cold, like when we was in court, so whatever. I look probably crazy. I don't care. Um, I'm not trying to look like something for someone. Anyways, I told y'all I will keep y'all abreast, and I'm not just keeping y'all abreast. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm just letting y'all know my testimony, my story. Um, just because I'm a part of a mom's group, and there's other people in the world that's going through things such as myself. Now, with that being said, I want to go back to. I gotta put my glasses on. Who's in there? Raining woman. Hey, my love. So the other day the sound was crazy. Hi, and I just said, Raining woman, you always been there, girl, and you always spoke like on your lives. You spoke some positive words and energy back then. Before social media became crazy, we had some good times. We had good dialect and dialogues in each other chats. I don't know what's going on today, social media. Anyway, I want to say this. I got it, guys. I wear glasses, so I can't see. You blind. You can't see. You need to get some glasses like DMC. Anyway, um, hi, Joycey. What's that? Joycey Atkins. Hi, welcome. So, with that being said, I want to talk about uh what happened in court. It was canceled today, and you know what, guys? I don't have a car. Actually, I don't have nothing since my son's death. I had to catch. a bus at 6 something in the morning, a 2.5 hour ride, only to get here today and said court was canceled. Whatever. I'll let God take his course because it's in God's hands, right or wrong. Yes. So, with that being said, I want to talk about. I also talked about parents making children take accountability and how we can't. When our kids go outside, we don't know it. Look at George. Look at George. Look at my nephew, y'all. He like, Auntie, what you talking about? Look at him. Hi, George. Say hi. Oh, did you just turn your head? Hi. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people, Auntie baby. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's only 2 years old. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about I said I was gonna keep y'all brought what's going on, but it's a bigger picture. Shout out to everybody's in here. I want to say this. I'm a single mom of three biological kids. I had two daughters and my son. Yet I adopted five kids. So I have all that. My son was the only boy, all those bitches, right? And they loved him to life. Um, Shout out to JT too, my brother. I just talked to him the other day. Y'all don't like my face, then turn your camera off. Anyway, I want to talk about when I met my son father. When I met my son father, I didn't know he was a big time drug dealer. I had no clue. Okay, let's start with that. Um, and he hid it from me because he knew I was a good church girl, whatever. I just didn't understand why he had to always go out of town and why he got all this money, whatever, to give me. Um, Watch out who you have kids by. Let's start with that. Watch out who you have kids by. Yeah, I got my sweatsuit. Watch out who you have kids by because the sins of a father, the sins of a father, unbeknownst to me, my son father killed a lot of people, bruh. I said I was going to be transparent. I didn't know. My son killed a lot of people. I met my son father in his drug game, did some stuff. George, look at George, look at George, look at George, look at George. Why is he up? Why is he up? George, back on the bed. No, live. Go back in the bed. Relax. Auntie is not playing with you right now. So I'm gonna keep it transparent. My son for the unbeknownst to me, like I said, was in that game. That's back in the 90s and stuff or whatever. My son was born 94. His father was killed 93. I was pregnant. Um, he did a lot of bad things. And the sins of a father, my son suffered the sins of his father. Because listen, you got to pay the piper. I didn't have to pay the piper because I was raised up in, you know, a single mother that taught us values, morals. I didn't know, but my crazy ass wanted to go outside to see what's going on, and that's what I. George, back on the bed. Auntie baby, back on the bed. It's not your time. Look at him. I think he thinks it's his time. Look at George. George, you want to talk to the people? Look at him. He he and I have so much fun that he's like, Auntie, who are you talking to? I'm talking to the people in the world. George, lay down. So my son father was a big time drug dealer. Like I said, unbeknownst to me, state to state. You understand? I didn't know. I'm a church girl. Got with this guy. I don't. He dealt with a lot of women, and I was the only dummy. I ain't gonna say dummy. I was the only one that got pregnant. You understand? Um, and I born him, Xavier. With that being said, my son was born, never knew his father, spitting image. Um, I didn't listen to my mom because she said, Amanda, you met this fella in her dream, and you just want to live life, so you do it. Um, My son came, and then life happened. I had my daughters already. Altogether, let me tell you something. I had three biological kids, my two daughters, then my son. Then I adopted five. So I have eight kids, you know. Um, Never thought my son, he was the only boy. I had all girls. He was the only boy. The sins of a father. Pay attention. I'm saying that for a reason. I hope the world catch it. The sins of a father. What the father do, the sin's gonna come back on the son. It's in the word. We can't escape it, right? Let me see what y'all say. Oh man, what's your son? My son was the youngest, Raina. My son was the last. I had my daughters, my two daughters, and then my son. And look, my daughters were 8 and 10. 8 and 10. I was like, I don't want no more kids. Here come my son. Listen, not for nothing. I knew that my son's father was a whore after I found out his lifestyle. So I know he had girls all over the world. So I always made him put on a condom with me. That Thursday, he would not put on that condom. He impregnated me. That Friday, he was murdered. After we buried him in December, I found out I was pregnant. That's when my son come. So my son father was murdered. My son was murdered. Well, my son father was murdered. And then Xavier had a son, and he left me Logan. Um, with that being said, I don't want to get so emotional. I really came out here to say this. Hold on. With that being said, God gave us. Everybody can't have kids, and even people have kids probably won't do right. I did right by mine. I put the word of God in there. I did everything to my best ability with my kids. My son was never no thug, no, none of that. He loved love. He loved life. He would help anybody. He would give you your last, right? Baby boy. Okay. I don't want to get emotional, so let me stick to the script. I said that to say this. We're living in a time where I've been watching a lot of videos and watching parents going against children, children going against parents, and disrespect and all that stuff. Um, take a breather. Yeah, I'm gonna take a breather, y'all. Bear with me. Here's what I don't like. That's the I don't like. When parents make excuses for their kids when you know that they're out there doing wrong. And that's what I'm going through in the court system. This mom has fired three lawyers. She's on her fourth lawyer and to get her son off. And um, they threatened the other suspect that was driving the car. They tried to murder his family, take his family out to hush him up because he turned state. With that being said, I don't want to make this always about, here's what I'm going to say. There's a lot of uncontrollable broken homes. Let's keep it real. There's a lot of broken, uncontrollable homes and families. And I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and I'm listening at parents and children cursing each other out like they're not related. No respect, no nada. I don't understand that because I wasn't raised that way and I didn't raise my kids that way, right? So I asked God, I said, when does this get here? It starts from the root. What is the root? The beginning. That's all I'm going to say. With that being said, like I said, shout out to all y'all that's been here. I also want to say, I talked about social media, how social media is making it worse because I'm watching parents and children going online fighting each other. That wasn't my son. And it goes back to taking accountability. You feel me? Um, Somebody have to be quiet. And if God gave you charge, parents, your kids could be disrespectful as hell. You can't go back and forth. You're the adult. Somebody gotta shut up for peace sake. I watched since my son death. I've been on YouTube watching so many videos with parents and children. It's mind blowing, right? Um, it's mind blowing, and I don't understand it because I wasn't raised that way. My son wasn't raised that way. My children wasn't raised that way. But I realize we're in the real world. And let me say this: Satan designed it to be this way. He come to divide, conquer, steal, and destroy. He don't like love. He don't like family. He don't like togetherness. He don't like anything that is a part of God. Okay. Um, am I have I been through things with my kids? Yes. Yes. When they feel like, oh, I'm grown now, let me say what I want to say. All right, say what you want to say, but I'll never fight you. I'll never argue like that with you. However, we have to, you know what I don't like? Parents that provide everything for their kids, knowing that they disrespectful, knowing that they live in your house, treating you like shit, but you still buy, you still pay their phone bill, you letting them disrespect you every day when you go to work. That's I don't like. Okay, I don't like it. You parents like that, God can hold you accountable because God, if anybody was blessed to, um, I'm gonna cut this camera off because I might start crying. But if God bless you to bring kids in this world and you let them take over you, you when your kids rule your house and rule you and talk to you any kind of way, somewhere, parents, you drop the ball. If your kids can tell you, shut the F up, get out my face, or somebody dropped the ball. Okay? God didn't drop the ball. We drop the ball as parents if you allow that. With that being said, I watched the video of the kids beating up the mom in Chicago, Michigan, whatever it is. I watched a video of a daughter because her mother wouldn't, whatever, she killed her. I watched a video of a son that his mom didn't buy him the game he wanted and he killed her. What? I don't understand that life, guys. I really don't. So what I'm asking parents of today, are ask yourself this. Do you think you've done enough with teaching them right from wrong, or did you teach them what you want them to hear because you want to be their friend? I'm just asking for a neighbor. Did you be a friend or did you be a parent? Because you know, when my son court trial is at the end, we as family have a right to say something. And the only thing I want to ask that mom, and I've said that before because I ain't gonna lie, when the court first started months and months last year ago, I blacked out and I had to walk out in the hallway because the mom was smiling, like, yeah, here come my son. Look at you, son, smiling. And I'm like, yeah, but your son took my son out. You can visit him in jail. You could, whatever. I would never see my son again. I would never hear him say, hey, mom. I would never hear him walk in the house. I would never see him stalk me anymore. My son stalked me. I would never see that anymore. So you as a mom sitting on the other side, do you care about what I'm feeling? Of course not. With that being said, I want to say this. All you moms out there, don't be your kids' friends. When they do wrong, tell them they did wrong. You understand what I'm saying? When they out of order, tell them they out of order. Check them. Don't be scared of your kids. Because when you get scared of your kids, you lost control. I'm not scared of my kids. I have, listen, I have all daughters left now, the adopted ones and my biological ones. They get sassy. You understand? But I wish they would ever try me because I'll take them out. Because it's either me or them. You parents are afraid of your kids today. Hence why these kids are joining gangs. And matter of fact, fathers, let me go there. You fathers, if you could put a seed in the belly, then you better put education in the mind of whatever child you brought here. You feel me? Because you let loose a seed in society. And if you don't show them love, they don't care about nobody else. They willing to do whatever. They willing to pick up a gun and just go shoot out and don't even make their target. You understand? I don't understand that. I think that a lot of parents have got laxy daisy. And what I mean by that, you became scared of your kids to tell them the truth. And you let them live in your house, disrespect you, walk in and out. You know what they're doing, but you won't ever call the cops and say, look, I got a rude child in my house and I need them out to save their soul. You feel me? You won't put them in a program to help them heal. You won't do that. You understand? Hence why my son is gone. Because the parents like, y'all, I said it. The fuck? Anyway, I'll talk about a lot of other things, but it's late. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I go to back to court tomorrow. Um, yeah, I need all the prayers I can get. You understand? I need all the prayer because when this first started, the courts before COVID, it started before COVID. I was angry. I was going off in the courts. I was leaving out the courts crying, yelling, saying something to that mother. I told her, you should have taught your son how to love. Yeah. Now I got on the elevator with them. I'm in a different place. Thanks to the Most High. Yeah. Um, I don't like parents that make excuses for their freaking kids. Okay. My my life wasn't supposed to go this way. I had a whole stuff written down. But because it got late, I just want to give y'all the update. You understand? Like I said, I need all the prayers I can get. I lost since my son's death. I went through hell and back again with family, with everything, with myself, with trusting, with my spiritual walk journey with God. Yeah, I became angry. I'm not angry anymore, but I became angry. Listen, I am 57 years old. 3 years, I'll be 60. I have a right to be angry because, like, I taught my son righteousness. Why you ain't teach yours? I taught my son love. Why you ain't teach yours? You understand? I taught my son the meaning and value of life. Don't ever do that. Why you teach yours? What's going on in your household that your child feel a need to join a gang? What? If they got so much love at home, why would they join a gang? It's something missing that they had to join a gang. Bug. You feel me? Cause if they got so much love from the family, they don't need to join no gang. The family is the gang. And that's what my son had. His family was his gang. And my son will pop up on you in a minute to check on you. That was his gang. Y'all got to teach them how to join a new gang, family gang with love, morals, respect, accountability, and life. You know, I've been watching this generation is different. They don't care about killing. They don't care about, like, right now. Not only are we suffering because my son is gone, let's say the verdict come and he gets to 60, 25, like the other one took 20. Your son is gone in jail. That's not a life. You understand? So with that being said, I was going to talk about a lot of other things, but I just came on too late because I was doing stuff. But I want to say this to social media. While y'all on here arguing with each other every day with bullshit, you should be teaching. You should be off this, teaching your kids love, teaching your kids family value, teaching your kids how to respect themselves and respect others. Because that's what I did. You understand? So yes, like I said in my other video, we can't hold ourselves accountable for when our kids walk out the door. But if we put the righteousness in them, they gonna come back to love. They gonna come back. They won't do that. When they go outside, whatever their friends are doing, they gonna be like, nah. Mm-mm. Mom said, dad said. Okay. So back to Art Newsel, sins of a father. Watch who you have kids by. Okay. Watch who you have kids by, because the Bible don't lie. The sins of a father, the sins of a mother. You understand what I'm saying? Tomorrow I'll come back and really talk about. But I just wanted to give y'all an update. Court was canceled today due to the judge being sick. You feel me? Nevertheless, I hope everybody or somebody can get some message, or we can talk and have a dialect. And don't look at my eyes and all that. I blink too much, but I'm just a messenger. I'm gonna talk about a lot of other things because I'm on a journey. Y'all don't even understand me losing my son, what it took me through. But yet God still got me in my right mind and still able to talk, to use, and not be crazy. Because losing a kid would drive you crazy. I'm a part of a mom's group, and a lot of them are so broken that they won't even let go. I have one mom said, when I find them, I'm going to kill them. And she means it. That's not me. I'll let God handle it. Then I have one mom, she won't leave out his room. She won't change his room. She won't nothing. Then I have a lot of other moms that's, listen, when you hurt a child, the parents suffer. Okay? Whether you know it or not. With that being said, I'll come back tomorrow, guys, and really talk about something else. No, no, actually, I'll talk about what happens tomorrow in court. And then I have other things that I want to talk about. But shout out to everybody. I think I hashtag everybody. I just forgot Rain and Woman, Tone Malone, and all y'all that I forgot. I can't name everybody, but when I first got on YouTube, you guys, we was building, we was healing, we was talking about great topics. It wasn't toxic, sometimes of jealousy. Nevertheless, I miss y'all. Okay. With that being said, I'm Life with Amanda Gathers, and I'm out. That part.